Poza. I've arrived in Bungoma. I've taken another matatu to Eldoret. We've seen what happens in Bungoma. I've shown you around Bungoma. I'm heading to Eldoret. A few street clips here and there. Business. Another day I want to show you one of my favorite drink in Eldoret, Mursk. So we're gonna be together, man. Keep it here, make sure you subscribe, producer Kevin. Share, like, tell a friend. Cheers, man.
From the sugarcane plains of Bungoma to the rolling highlands of Eldoret, welcome to a journey through the heart of Kenya's West, a land of business, culture, and champions. This is Showcasing Africa. Africa is in business. Today, we hit the road from Bungoma to Eldoret, exploring the gems, stories, and people that make this route come alive. Let's roll. People here are deeply community-oriented, valuing solidarity, respect for elders, and collective responsibility. Family and kinship ties are central to life here. Children are considered a blessing, and extended family networks often stretch across villages. The locals are also known for their hard work and resilience, whether in the farm fields, market stalls, or small industries. Bungoma people take pride in earning an honest living. Education is highly valued, and many families sacrifice to ensure their children go to school, producing a growing class of professionals and entrepreneurs. Bungoma is known for the vibrant trade, education centers, and agriculture. The town sits near Mount Elgon, and it's home to Kenya's oldest sugarcane company's Webuye Sugar Factory, a key employer for thousands of farmers. It's also a place of heritage where Luya culture thrives in music, food, and dance. As we head out of Bungoma through Kandui, we can't miss the energy. Small traders, schools, and road constructions projects all shaping the future of this growing county. Agriculture is the backbone. The county is one of Kenya's leading producers of maize, sugarcane, beans, bananas, and sweet potatoes. The Webuye Sugar Company, located near Bukembe, has historically been the economic heart of the region, providing jobs and supporting farmers. Livestock farming is common, with families keeping cattle, goats, and poultry for milk, meat, and trade. Trade and commerce thrive in Bungoma town, Webuye, Kimilili, and Chwele, with bustling open-air markets full of food, new clothes, and household goods. Emerging industries include brick making, motorbike transport, known as boda, carpentry, and agro-processing. With better road connectivity and internet access, a new generation of digital entrepreneurs and creatives is emerging, transforming the county's image beyond farming. drive to Webuye is a peaceful cruise through sugarcane fields and rural homesteads. The Nzoia River meanders quietly along the route, feeding both people and industry. As you leave Bungoma, the landscape opens up, sugarcane fields stretch endlessly, and the air is heavy with the scent of fresh cut cane. A reminder that this is the home of the Nzoia Sugar Company, one of Kenya's oldest mills. Bukusu are a sub-tribe of the Luhya community, one of Kenya's largest ethnic groups, living mainly in western Kenya, particularly Bungoma County. But their story begins long before colonial times, a tale of migration, resilience, and cultural preservation. According to oral tradition and historic studies, ancestors of Bukusu and Luhya at large migrated from the region around the eastern part of present-day Uganda and South Sudan, possibly around Mount Elgon and further north near the River Nile basin. This movement was part of wide Bantu migration, a centuries-long journey of people who spread from Central and West Africa into East and South Africa. The Bukusu trace their lineage to a man called Wameme, who is considered one of the earliest ancestors in their oral history. The earliest known settlement of the Bukusu was around Mount Elgon, Masaba, which they call Silikwa, a legendary homeland that still holds deep spiritual meaning. The Silikwa caves near Mount Elgon are central to Bukusu identity. Oral historians say that the Bukusu lived in these caves as protection from hostile neighboring groups. They were farmers, herders, and iron smelters, known for their skill in crafting tools and weapons. However, due to conflict, raids, and population pressure, groups began moving down the slopes of Mount Elgon and into the plains, what is today Bungoma County. They settled along rivers and fertile lands, founding villages called Bihone, each led by a respected elder. As they moved, the Bukusu interacted with the neighboring communities, including Sabaot, Elgon Masai, Teso, and other Luhya subgroups. But the Bukusu were known for fiercely guarding their independence and culture. In fact, during the 19th century, they resisted both neighboring raiders and the British colonial intrusion, most famously through the Chetembe War of 1895, where Bukusu warriors fought against British troops near Webuye. Their courage and unity during this time cemented their reputation as a proud and resilient people. The tarmac is smooth with a few bumps near schools and markets, perfect for a calm, scenic drive. The road to Webuye is a driver's delight. Gentle curves lined with eucalyptus trees, banana groves, and distant views of Nzoia River. It's one of the most scenic parts of Western Kenya's road network. Here and there, you will meet heavy trucks carrying sugarcane to factories. Patience, this is an active industrial route. As we approach Webuye, the terrain dips slightly. You will cross the iconic Webuye Bridge over River Nzoia, a breathtaking sight, especially after the rains. This road, once full of potholes, is now well maintained, proof that investment in infrastructure keeps the region moving. Traditionally, Bukusu organize themselves into clans, each tracing lineage to a common ancestor. They practice initiation ceremonies, particularly circumcision, Webuye, marking transition from boyhood to manhood. The ceremony remains a powerful symbol for community and identity, discipline and pride to this day. They also had a system of elders' councils who governed through consensus, emphasizing justice, truth, and reconciliation. Today, the Bukusu are one of the most numerous and influential Luhya sub-tribes, mostly found in Bungoma, Trans Nzoia, and parts of Uganda. They continue to uphold their traditions while embracing modern life, excelling in education, agriculture, business, and national leadership. Despite modernization, values such as respect, hard work, family unity, and faith remain at the core of Bukusu identity. The Bukusu language is mutually intelligible with the Lugisu, spoken by the Bagisu people of eastern Uganda. In fact, Bukusu and Bagisu see each other as brothers separated by boda, sharing similar cultural practices like initiation and songs. Webuye sits right on the A104 highway, a strategic road linking Mombasa to Uganda and beyond. Every truck that passes here carries a piece of East Africa's red story. As we climb out of Webuye, the road begins to wind gently uphill. The tarmac is smooth and the drive is peaceful. The scenery changes: tall trees, maize, fields, and rolling hills. This is Lugari, a region rich in soil and spirit. Bungoma's politics are passionate, dynamic, and deeply rooted in community identity. The county has produced several influential national leaders, including Moses Wetangula, current Speaker of the National Assembly and leader of Ford Kenya, Kenneth Lusaka, Governor of Bungoma County and former Senate Speaker, Musikari Kombo, long-time politician and former cabinet minister. Politics here often revolves around coalition politics, with Bungoma being a key battleground in Western Kenya. Local leaders command strong followings and political events attract large, energized crowds. The people are politically conscious and outspoken. Politics is a daily conversation topic, even in markets and homes. Webuye also sits at the gateway to one of Kenya's most scenic natural treasures, Webuye Falls, locally known as Broderick Falls, a must stop for any traveler. Welcome to Webuye town, a town built by industry, defined by resilience. This is where the sound of the pan paper mills once echoed day and night. The road here brought workers, business, and life. In Bungoma, family is everything. Most households are extended families where grandparents, parents, and children often live close together or share responsibilities. Marriage ceremonies are celebrated with traditional music and dance, especially litungu and isikuti beats. Respect for elders is a core value. Elders are consulted for wisdom, blessings, and community decisions. Church life is central, with Christianity being the dominant faith. Sunday is family and worship day. Social gatherings such as funerals, weddings, and circumcision ceremonies unite entire villages, showcasing Bungoma's strong sense of belonging. The road between Webuye and Lugari is often busy with long-distance buses and cargo trucks, so stay alert. But it's also one of the safest, well-marked highways in Western Kenya. Past Lugari, the road flattens again, cutting through the lush Rift Valley farmlands. We pass small market centers like Lumakanda and Mutuma, perfect for a quick snack or fuel stop. known for their rich oral traditions, proverbs, and storytelling. Music and dance play a huge role in expressing joy, unity, and identity. The Bukusu dialect is widely spoken alongside Swahili and English. Traditional dishes include ugali, mrenda, juta leaves, ingoho chicken, and kamabere, fermented milk drink. Every road has its culture, and on this road from Bungoma to Eldoret, culture breathes in the markets and music and the everyday rhythm of trade. Here in Bungoma and Webuye, life revolves around sugarcane, maize, and market days. The people are mostly loyal, warm, expressive, and community-driven. You can hear it in their greetings, their laughter, and the way they negotiate, loud but full of respect. Business here is not just about money. It's about relationships. Every Tuesday and Friday, local markets overflow with color, fresh vegetables, new and second-hand clothes, handmade baskets, and the sweet smell of roasted maize. It's the kind of commerce that defines rural Kenya. Small, human, and full of connection. Food tells a story too. In Bungoma, the staple is ugali and chicken, what they proudly call ingoho. As you move closer to Uasin Gishu, the menu changes. You will find mursk, the famous fermented milk of the Kalenjin, and the thick boiled maize from the farms that surround Tabo.